Hey everyone, it's Hannah, and in this video we will be showing you how to make these delicious light and fluffy scones, perfect for an English afternoon cream tea. I say we, because my boyfriend helped me film this. You are going to need some flour, some salt, some whole milk, an egg, some butter and some caster sugar. So to start with, we have put the salt in with the flour, and now we're adding the caster sugar, and we're just whisking those all together, getting out any lumps and putting a bit of air in it. You can always sieve it as well if you want. Then we are going to dice some butter into the flour. It's important to dice it because then it makes it easier to rub in, getting that light fluffy texture that scones have. And so now we're just rubbing it in using our fingertips because they are the coolest part of the body. Then it means the butter doesn't melt too much. You need chilled butter for this. You can't have it warm or melted because otherwise the combination won't work. You need to do this until the mixture looks like fine breadcrumbs. Just like that. Fine breadcrumbs. Lovely. Then you just need to get all that off your hands and whisk in the egg with the milk. And bit by bit add that to your dry mixture. You don't want to add it all at once because it might end up being too much. So you've noticed that we're mixing that in using a knife, just a normal table knife. And this is because you don't want to handle the dough too much. If you handle scone dough too much, then you don't get very good scones, and they end up being quite flat and quite hard and not the light fluffy ones that we want. So yes, if you just mix that all together with a knife, it means that scones are really easy to make as well because you don't have to work it too much, which is good. If your dough ends up being a bit sticky like ours has, we put a bit too much water in it, then you just pour some flour out onto the bench, which you'll need to do anyway, so it doesn't stick, but you can just work that flour in and then that should make it not so sticky anymore. And as you've seen, we're not getting a rolling pin out or anything, and we're not handling it too much, just getting it to be a nice shape. And we're getting our pastry cutter and we're just cutting out our scones. Or scones, if you say scones, but I say scones. You want to put the pastry cutter in the flour so it doesn't stick to the dough. And so get as many as you can out of the first lot of dough and then put it back together again, once again not handling it too much. And try and get as many as you can out. I think we managed 7 or 8, maybe 7 and a misshapen. Lovely. Then you just need to grab your baking sheet, which we've greased with a little bit of butter, or you can always use baking parchment if not. Then you just need to transfer those onto your baking sheet. Scones don't have any raising agent in, so they don't rise that much. We're then popping them into the oven, where they will be ready in about 10 to 12 minutes. Once they're out, take out your scones and transfer them to the cooling rack relatively quickly. Like I said in the video, please don't use your hands. My boyfriend is an idiot. It isn't very safe. We then sprinkle the tops with sugar before they cooled. Delicious! And these are the completed scones. So, now I'm going to pop on some jam with some clotted cream, just to make it a nice traditional cream tea. Now in Devon they always put the cream on first, followed by the jam, whereas in Cornwall they put the jam on first, followed by the cream, and I actually prefer the Cornish way. So, but it's personal taste. I guess the cream is thick enough to kind of be a bit like a butter, As you can see, it is an extremely thick cream for those of you who don't know what clotted cream is. It is delicious. And cream tea doesn't mean that the cream goes in the tea. The cream is on the scones. It's not in the tea at all. So yes, the top one is the Cornish way of eating them, and then the bottom one is the Devonshire way. And there you are, your completed scones. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Your support means an awful lot to me. Also hit subscribe. I post a new video twice a week, on a Thursday and on a Sunday, so you don't want to miss out on any of the fun that we have over here in the corner of craft. If you do make these scones, please post a picture of them on Instagram or on Twitter with the hashtag #thecornerofcraft so I can check them out myself. I'll post all my relevant social media links in the description box below, and I shall see you on Thursday for my next video. Bye!